The Supreme box logo, probably the most iconic brand logo in streetwear. Known for its exclusiveness and hype, the Supreme box logo is the defining feature of our favorite brand. And today, guys, I'm telling you everything about the box logo sweatshirts that are releasing this week from Supreme for week 17 of fall winter 2024. My opinions on the best ones to get, some of the history behind the colorways, and my overall takes on resale and how you can cop a box logo with minimal effort. Be sure to stick around to the end of the video. You will not want to miss some of these helpful tips. Let's get into it. Before we get started, I want to remind you guys to please hit like on the video and subscribe to the channel, hit the noty bell so you can stay up to date every single time I post and go live. I go live every single Thursday for Supreme and every single Friday for Palace when they have a drop. We have a great time. We go for live cops. Members get access to exclusive benefits, so consider becoming a member if you want to support me even more down below. Now let's talk about Supreme box logos, guys. As you can see here, we have an image from the lookbook showcasing us the very first box logo that we saw, which in fact is this gray on gray Supreme box logo. Now, if you guys aren't familiar, Supreme releases a box logo basically once a season. Lately though, they have been doing more than that, with even in the winter, we'll get box logo t-shirts. In the past, during the winter, we'd get something like a crew neck, like I'm wearing, or a sweatshirt. Usually just one of those two. Variations on the logo every year, variations on colorway, and this year, it's no different. Let's look at all the different variations we're getting of the box logo this year. So here are all of the different colorways. We don't have individual pictures quite yet because Supreme likes to be Supreme, so we only see a couple of them, but we have pink, the gray on gray, navy on red, orange on orange, black on black, the crazy multicolor Harley Quinn edition. This one is pretty wild, natural, and green on green. In my opinion, some really awesome colorways, and we are actually going to look through this thread by Supreme drops because 3 of these colorways are actually very relevant to Supreme's history. As always, shout out to Supreme Drops. Go ahead and drop him a follow down below. Without his posts, I would not have a YouTube channel. All right, this week Supreme is releasing its traditional fall winter box logo hoodies in a new range of colors. This time they've chosen several classic shades, including some of the rarest ones from decades ago. Notably, we're seeing the return of the iconic gray on gray, orange on orange, and the grass green box logo hoodies. Here are the 3 hoodies. I think these all 3 look pretty good. For tonals, I'm really digging the green the most. We've seen the Tyler, the Creator pieces this year. He's just seemingly kind of come in and maybe given a little inspiration of the green. I'm not totally sure, but it does seem to be a major theme of the year. The gray on gray tonal, I think looks pretty good. We haven't seen it for many, many years and maybe only once in the past or twice. And orange even looks pretty good too. I know my girlfriend was saying she might want me to cop her the orange one. And if you guys need information on how to cop Supreme box logo hoodies, again, stick around to the end. We will talk about that. So here is the first orange on orange box logo hoodie, image courtesy of @MikeSchweppes. If you know anything about Supreme box logo history, there's so much out there. There really is. We will go on Duke's archive later as well because that site has so much of these older box logos posted on there. Orange on orange, circa 98 through 2001. I'm not sure if that's just an estimate on when it came out or if they released it a couple times, but the older box logos definitely have a different look to them, and you have to have an eye for it because people might say, oh, that logo looks fake. It's like, nope. That's just what they used to look like. Here's the gray on gray BOGO, circa 2003. This thing looks pretty cold, man. Still looks very comfortable. These box logo hoodies just seemingly last forever, so I don't really plan on selling mine. I sold my American flag box logo mistakenly, and now that hoodie sells for well over $1,000. So if you like your BOGO, don't go selling it. Here's the gray on gray crew neck that also came out in the same year. Pretty cool. Honestly, the crew necks are nice, but I do want another Supreme box logo hoodie. It's been way too many years for me, and the hype of box logo season, guys, it's so lit. I can't believe if you're watching this video and you haven't liked yet, just imagine doing that. It's box logo season, boys. Let's get freaking hyped. Let's go. I can't wait. And then circa 05, we have the grass box logo hoodie. No marijuana though. Looks pretty solid. pretty much the exact same color. And then drops as a little poll, which one is your favorite? Highly anticipated pink, navy, or for a more OG vibe, he's gathering the numbers. For me personally, it's between green and pink. I might be going pink more than anything else. Let's go with one of the others. Gray is seemingly the highest upvoted. Not sure if I believe that. I just want to look at the last pink box logo that came out, and it was in fall winter 2021, I believe. Here it was, retail was $168. I'd expect the retail to be exactly the same. And here are the asks. Box logos don't resell for what they used to, but over time, the old ones still hold their value. And that's the thing. You can see some recent sales this week. One sold for $360, $400. I mean, the earliest sales on here were when they were listed, apparently, which was 2023, mid 300s. I think this pink box logo this week is going to be a solid one to go after. If we take a look at all of the colorways, it is the one that jumps out the most to me. I'm not the biggest fan of this multicolor one. We'll get to that in a second. And if I wouldn't go with pink, I would probably follow it up very shortly with green in those larger sizes. Now, this was my favorite box logo hoodie from last year. And while it's not exactly the same deal, this was drawing inspiration from the first anniversary camo box logo that came out way back in 1995. I thought this thing would have done crazy gangbuster numbers, but it's still pretty damn affordable. Like, I can grab a size large for $275 on StockX Buy It Now. Last sale, $228. I mean, box logo hoodies, guys, they're not money-making machines, but you still can't really lose money. I mean, of course, there's an idiot down here that sold for $135, but you never know what that's about. StockX has some weirdos on there. You can see plenty of XLs selling in the high 200s, low 300s. I still think if you grab the right colorway this week, which in my opinion is going to be that green, maybe gray. Honestly, there's a lot of great colorways, and I think it's definitely possible to grab multiples if you know the right strategy. Just on Duke's archive right now, trying to see what the previous green hoodies were, or looking at the colorways that are releasing this week and seeing when the last time we had them was. Now, black releases every year, which is why I think it's skippable. Same thing with navy. I will say though, navy is a red box logo, which does look pretty good. I am a sucker for the classic red on gray logo too. Here's the 2016 one, Sage. I mean, this one's $1,600. That was peak Hype Beast era. But I think it's good to do your research. Look at old Supreme box logos. See like, oh man, we haven't had that gray on gray since I think 2005. And it's just cool to look at the history of Supreme and see what we got here. Here's an orange on orange, 2000. I mean, this is definitely one of the rarer colors. So I would say those orange, those greens, absolutely colorways to go after. This forest green is pretty different. God damn it. I can't believe I sold this Flags box logo hoodie and now it sells for $1,600, which is kind of crazy. Here's that first anniversary crew neck selling for $10,000. Man, the reissue last year just didn't really hit the spot for people for whatever reason. But I got a question for you guys. If you haven't dropped anything in the comments down below, you've been thinking about it. What is your favorite box logo color combination of all time? For me, it's always been this purple and teal crew neck. I just think it looks so cool and the colors work so well together. All right, even though I don't like it, we're gonna have to talk about this Harley Quinn multi-patterned Supreme box logo hoodie. This is the unique piece that will likely never see a release ever again. This is the one and only time to cop it. We have a red torso, brown sleeves, navy hood, and a green back. I think it's a cool idea. I wish the box logo was a different color. The fact that they went tonal on the red, I think is a big missed opportunity for a black box logo, or even if they put that green and then made the back black, I don't know. It also would have been neat if they used the actual same colors as all these other ones, like if they used pink, gray, navy, orange, black, natural, and green. That would be cool, but they didn't. I still think in larger sizes and probably most sizes this will be collectible, but I could also see this being perhaps the easier one to go for, just because it is kind of unsightly. It's not good looking in my opinion. If you like it, let me know, but I just don't think it's the best one. I really think you guys should be targeting pink, orange, green for your resale profits. Same with maybe gray and navy, because it is that navy on red. Black is just black. It's generic. It's cool and it's awesome. Like, everyone loves a good black Supreme box logo, but it's just not the hypest shit ever. Same thing with the natural. It is a natural on red. That is one thing it has going for it. I always like those logos, but there is one final item that's releasing that's also a box logo. And once we talk about that, I'll get you guys some info on how to cop box logos easily. Of course, the box logo new era beanie. Once upon a time, these babies had hype. Let me tell you, I was there when these things were selling out like hotcakes. These are basically nowadays the consolation prize if you don't hit. They're the same colorway as all of the box logos, so you can get your matching set: pink, black, orange, navy on red, tonal gray, natural with red, green, and then the jacquard one. I would say for the multicolor one, the beanie looks a lot better. It's a little bit more wearable. I think it works more. And these obviously have a much lower price point at around $44, I think is the estimated price right now, with the hoodies being that $168. All right, Thomas, enough teasing. How do we cop these box logo sweatshirts, you might be asking? Well, here's the thing, guys. With Supreme box logo sweatshirts and with Supreme in general, with the most hyped items, you're gonna have people using bots, computer scripts that check out quickly. And I was morally against using bots for a very long time. I thought it was unfair. I thought it took away the fun of a live manual cop. And in many ways, it does, which is why I still go for manual cops every single Thursday here on the channel. Like and subscribe, join in on the fun with the stream. But I don't think there's anything wrong with signing up for a bot in 2024 to secure yourself your favorite Supreme item. It's basically like paying a little bit extra for a more likely chance to get the item that you want. If you're a reseller, it's a no-brainer. It really just makes sense. Now who can I contact to use a bot? Let me tell you, and let me explain this very simply, because some of you still have no idea what I'm talking about. Go to Instagram.com, type in ReUp23. He was already there. Click on his name, give him a follow, shoot this guy a DM. He will have a form for you to sign up, and he runs an ACO service, which is an auto checkout order, which basically means he will check out for you. You pay a small fee if he hits for you. It's very, very simple. Yes, you have to include your name, your address, your credit card, but I can tell you this guy is very reputable. He has copped plenty of things for my community, Fauntleroy's finest community, and he has no reason to scam anybody. So if you're worried about doing that, then I suppose you could use a prepaid debit card or something, or just try to do it by yourself, because these are not exclusive to bots. People think that this week you will only be able to cop with a bot. I will tell you that is not correct. You can still cop box logos manually. I copped this one manually pretty easily 2 years ago. Now I missed out last year on box logos, and it's gonna be tough. Like, it's not gonna be an easy ordeal, guys, but I see a lot of people in the comments in the live chat that get very negative about Supreme sucks, it's all bot. Supreme has always had problems with bots since the introduction of their website and since the introduction of real resale, like eBay and StockX and Grailed. And before that even, there was tons of bots. As soon as people could figure out how to do them, we've been having bots since the Nike Air Yeezy 2s release back in 2012. Those were botted. So it's not a new phenomenon. What we have to do is occasionally adapt and maybe join the dark side if you really want something. Or if you want to be a manual diehard, then you prove all of us wrong and you cop regardless. And if you have any more questions, feel free to drop them in the comments down below. I can't help but contain myself, guys. I'm pretty excited. Box logos this season kind of snuck up on me. I was pretty obsessed with all of our collabs and the week-to-week goings on of Supreme, but now that I'm looking at these box logos, I'm like, which one do I want? Do I want to cop a few to resell? Probably. I think it'd be fun to see if we can get one on stream and maybe two from ReUp23. I don't know how it's gonna go, but hope you guys enjoyed the video today. I hope you learned something and maybe got some more information on box logos. Hopefully the history lesson was interesting. Follow Supreme Drops, follow your boy. My socials are listed down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.